Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. As always, my name is Harmon. Today's video is all about the Chatsworth train collision that occurred between two different trains that crashed head-on. It happened on September 12th, 2008 and ended up killing 25 people. Now around 4:22 p.m. is when this occurred. A Union Pacific freight train as well as a Metrolink commuter train. So of course the commuter train had the majority, if not all, the passengers, of course. They were both heading towards each other. The commuter train had a red light, meaning they were not supposed to go into the single track that was up ahead, because the freight train had the green light. They had the go-ahead on that singular track. Unfortunately though, the driver or engineer, I guess, of the commuter train, his name was Robert Sanchez. He was 46 years old. He, I guess, was texting, and so he totally didn't see the red light, which meant like stop. You're not supposed to, of course, go through onto the next section, because the next section was for one train only at a time. He blew right past the red light within about a mile or less than a mile after getting on the track. Both trains collided. Now again, 25 people died, but about 135 people were injured, and it caused more than $7 million in damage between both trains. The Metrolink commuter train was leaving downtown Los Angeles at about 3:35 p.m. and they were heading westbound towards Moore Park and had about 222 people on board. The freight train had 2 locomotives and was pulling 17 freight cars. So as you can imagine, a lot of weight that was incredibly hard to stop on a dime. Now it states that both trains were heading towards each other at about 40 or 42 miles an hour. I believe the freight train only had about 2 seconds before they saw the commuter train coming around a bend. Now we're only about less than like 1/8 of a mile away from where the accident occurred. There's a little memorial plaque, pretty much, again, pretty close to where the accident happened. I don't know if you guys could see that sign, but basically we're on the corner of Old Santa Susana Pass Road here in Chatsworth, California. And again, up here is the memorial. Robert Sanchez, the engineer of the commuter train, was texting a 16-year-old, a rail fan, someone who loved trains. And I guess on numerous other occasions, Robert actually let that 16-year-old in the cabin area of the train to like watch him operate the train. At the time, California had no laws against texting while operating a train. In other words, it was not illegal for him to text and operate the train. His last text sent to that rail fan, the 16-year-old, was about 20 seconds or so before impact happened. It doesn't say that Robert Sanchez was charged with any kind of crimes, like including vehicular homicide or anything. As I'm walking here, I'm coming up to the little memorial plaque they have here that, of course, describes what happened. It's not terribly far away from the actual crash site. Again, maybe like 1/8 of a mile. Alright guys, so basically, again, this camera doesn't zoom in very well, but if you can imagine, just about around the corner, around the bend, is where the trains collided. So as you can imagine, they're coming out of this tunnel, and so the freight train would obviously never see the commuter train. Like, there would be no way. Again, I believe the freight train engineer said he had like 2 seconds to hit the brakes before a collision. So regardless to say, yeah, there would have been no way for the freight train to be able to stop in time. Of course, rest in peace to all 25 victims. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. As always, my name's Harmon. I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe out there.